Hi, here's our next step in the tutorial for this, oh well, I suppose I should call it a hybrid. It's going to be a bit of a hybrid of these two Receding Hills watercolor paintings. So transferred the drawing, and you may notice there's actually a tiny bit of light watery yellow on here. It's because I did something once and the video was not cooperating. So we had a nice argument and then I lost. Anyways, what I'm going to do is tell you a little bit about the piece of paper. I've transferred this drawing, which is a little bit different than the original. And I have taped it down all the way up to the line where I'm going to paint, which is a handy thing to be able to do as long as you don't let water and color pool right where the tape meets the paper, because then it'll start making it so that tape doesn't stick, and then more water will sort of seep underneath and it can start doing annoying things. If it does start to pull up, it's not a big issue to just replace it with fresh tape. So not to worry too much. And then I'm also going to introduce this Hake brush, Hake with an H-A-K-E. And there's different kinds of Hake brushes. There is kinds of similar to this with a longer handle. Some don't even have the metal part here, but I do like this bamboo one. I feel like even though it's kind of odd to hold, the price point and the softness and how well it works is definitely worth it to me. And what it does is lays down a bunch of water over a large shape extremely softly, very quickly. Okay, that was a lot of things. A lot of water, large area, softly and quickly. So just like the swatches that we've been doing, it's quite possible that when I start putting down water that I'm going to get just way too much. It's possible that I'm going to get not enough. So you need to make sure that you're finding that point where you're looking at the paper sort of at an angle and making sure it's not too glossy and wet. And if it is, then I'll just pool the water, let it run off onto my handy dandy towel that I have kind of all the time, which is handy and dandy, I must say. And what I did here, and I'm going to do a little bit more of it, heck, I'm just taking a little bit of yellow, the azo yellow, and I'm just going to paint it sort of in this area where I think sunset yellow may be sort of involved around that area. I'm not going to do the whole shebang, but I am going to do that much. And it is interesting. I can see there's one area up here it's already wanting to dry a little bit, which is which is not a big deal. I just wet it down some more. I'm moving it around. I'm having fun. I'm keeping it light and watery so that no single layer is going to potentially have too much of an impact in case it's kind of not what I'm after. Because a lot of the times, as you're probably learning, is watercolor has a mind of its own. So that's not that exciting of a step, but it's a nice one to start off with. So I will do a quick conclusion, and I'll see you on the next one. Just going to let this dry. Got to let this dry.